From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing is Hurts. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number qualified, but I believe it.
The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air, taking it about the 36. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
And now the Eagles going to signal for it. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, ready. Ready, ready.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. This one goes out wide for Barkley. That's on Jackson Carman, 2nd-round pick in 2021. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Opposite, green, check white. Ready.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down. You look at this Eagle defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
Gets this out wide to Pickens. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. These two teams, they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here at MetLife Stadium to take the season series 2-zip. They go play action with Hurts. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. A big play there for Philly. 45 yards.
A gain of 45 yards. First down, Eagles.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. Here's Hurts. His throw incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers put up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Now a play fake. Lance. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down and 2. You look at this Eagle defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Complete right side to Hyatt. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage. to the 7. They call it a loss of a yard there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Trying to wedge his way in there, no signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he's up close to the 15-yard line. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hurts. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to...
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Following the fumble recovery, Lance eluding the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for 2nd down. The Lance going to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25.
Intercepted by the Eagles. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Here we go.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Lance going to sneak it. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Giants post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Second down. Here's Hurts. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. Now this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. First and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. With a screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Giants on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. That is caught. And we will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, touchdown Giants! Darren Waller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. It's caught, Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And Hurts going to move him around. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his target. That's complete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. But 1st down, Hurts. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Down.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Ready, set.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Hut.
Now Lance. They'll find Hodgins there complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. Now a play fake. Lance. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
Giants 21, Eagles nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Play action. Here's Hurts. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Touchdown! A great play there. 31 yards. And the Eagles get a bit closer. Done good with the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
21, Eagles 7.
Here's Dunn now. Following the made field goal, he'll kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Slide through. Ready, ready.
To throw, it's Lance. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat for a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
Check spirit. Hut, hut.
Again, it's Barkley. And down inside the 40 or about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Well, Lance throws the interception, his third. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles will take over here just shy of the 30.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with...
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. They go play action with Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. They'll try the right side here. Barkley down to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They run the option on 2nd down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a battle.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Giants get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Hurts throwing complete to Smith. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Grant Delpit. He's still barreling through. And the Giants are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game is certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Lance looking to change it up. Saquon Barkley running right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
43 rail. Set, go. Ready, go.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last two plays, both losses. So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down.
Ready.
Off of play action, here's Lance. That one finds Hyatt. A big play there for the Giants. 49 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Lance going to sneak it. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Trey Lance scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Giants stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. No problem there on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. There he goes, right side. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Hurts sets up to throw it. Steps away. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Flush to his right. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Done good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So done now following the score. Back out to send this away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. sees that the ball's moved to the middle, and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
Okay, right.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Set, go. Set, go.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy,